Well, hello, Caviar Dreamers.
Hello, Caviar Dreamers. Coming to you from a new room.
Yes, we're coming to you from my library. And don't freak out. That's not a real gun. That is, for those of you listening, you won't realize I have a little ceramic gun in here, but it's objet d'art.
And that skull next to it is actually the head of my ex-boyfriend. So do freak out.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, me Hannah. No.
Woo! I don't want to even talk about that. That's like creepy stuff. But Rolling Stone wrote an article about it, by the way.
I read that article, and by the way,
They said it's like a fetish thing. That doesn't mean like he really wants to eat you.
And I actually
maybe
it's
wants
so
to bite
funny
you.
that you read that, because I was going to bring it up Tuesday. I actually found that really interesting. I was talking about this on the way home yesterday with Brian. The article had a really good point. You could say whatever you want, like sexual stuff that might be a little freaky,
might be
a little
sexual
kinky.
stuff. It
doesn't
could be
mean
role
you
play.
did it.
It doesn't mean he really wants to chop up an ear. I mean, I think, I don't know. We just have to say, I don't think he really wants to chop up people and eat them. He never said that out loud. It might be like some little fantasy. He's like so obsessed with her.
Yeah.
You don't know what it means. Maybe once he sushi off her, like it said, we don't know. Oh, little Bella wants to come up. Look at little Bella. My dog wants to come
Bella wants to join in. She heard about the cannibalism.
But wait, we have a great person on, Jane, meanwhile.
We do. And it's funny. I was saying to Lisa before we got on the air in our office, I love memes. And I was trying to think of why memes became so popular. And it makes me think of when I was a little kid, and I'd be in the card shop with my mom buying birthday cards, and she'd see a card and she'd say, I love that. That reminds me of your Auntie Janice, that joke, I'll buy it and save it for a birthday. Well, memes are like those birthday cards that meant something. But now you could share them with your friend instantly.
I know. And I want to know how my friend, Faces by Bravo, his name is Steve Krugle, or I'd like to say Steve Krugle. They get very French. Who's a nurse in a pediatric cancer ward. He's an amazing human. Came up with this concept. What is his Bravo obsession? How is he so goddamn clever, Stevie? Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with you. But before we do that, I'm doing the plug for my book, named after our podcast, Caviar Dreams, Tuna Fish Budget, or really that's been my mantra my whole life, on pre-order. You guys have to pre-order it because I think you're really going to like it. It's inspiring and amazing, and it's Marge's life lessons. Pre-order or get it when it comes out on April 13th, whichever you prefer. But get it, read it, because I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Oh, you're definitely going to get a kick out of it.
Great stories that you don't know about. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you cry, just like me. Okay, anyway, let's get Steve on. I took it right off my bookshelf. Look how cute! From the bedroom with Faces by Bravo, better known, I call you Steve Krugle. Steve Krugle is better known as
Steve Krugle. There you go. You got it.
Steve Krugle. You're very glamorous, and so that's why I had to change your last name a little.
I love it. How are you?
Good. How are you?
You guys look beautiful.
You're so sweet. You
your
look great.
eyes
your
look
eyes,
amazing.
It matches your shirt. Looks great.
Thank you.
Stop, my drug's barking. But anyway, I gave you your introduction. I don't know if people know. I said, first of all, you're so clever, so smart, so fabulous. But people don't know your real career, your original career.
Yes.
You're a pediatric cancer nurse, right?
I am. I'm going on 10 years. Can you believe it?
No, you don't even look like you're old enough to be working for 10 years. So
probably the Botox.
Maybe a little bit of the filler. I mean, you do not have a wrinkle in the world. So just tell us, did you always want to be in healthcare? Tell us how you got started. And then we're going to
basically, when I was in high school going into college, I knew I wanted to be in the medical field. I originally thought I wanted to be a doctor. And Marge, you've met me, you know me.
Yes.
I'm very much a people person.
Totally.
Can talk to anybody, and I love being around people. And what I did realize, being a doctor wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. I wanted to be at the bedside as a nurse and being with the patients, throughout my 12-hour shifts versus, seeing them less frequently, sort of deciding the plan. So when I was my junior year of college, I switched gears a little during my internship and searched for grad schools to go into nursing. Instead of getting a second bachelor's. I wanted to find a program that I could get a master's in, and found the program at UVA, and because of Penn State being super involved in pediatric cancer, I was very involved with the dance marathon at Penn State, raising money for the Four Diamonds Fund. We had adopted our own families as far as like the kids that are going through treatment and stuff. So pediatric oncology had always been my passion. So as soon as I finished grad school, I got a job in DC at the Children's Hospital, and it's history.
That's amazing. And now you're in California.
And now I'm out in California. Yep.
I know you are. So, I mean, it's such an rewarding job, but it's also heartbreaking as well.
It is. You gotta definitely build up a barrier. It's funny because, you always think that you're prepared to at times you are going to have loss, which that's very difficult. And you think you're prepared. And then when it happens for the first time, you're like, whoa, this rocked my world. But now I've learned to be able to I need to protect myself in addition to protecting my babies and my their loved ones.
Yeah, because you have to be able to get up the next day and do it again.
1000%. I have to say my most rewarding experience was one of my patients invited me and one of my best friends who's also a nurse, and then the physician assistant. We accompanied them to Good Morning America for Robin Roberts' 5-year bone marrow transplant anniversary.
That's so nice.
And he got to meet his bone marrow transplant donor on Good Morning America.
Oh my God, that must have been so emotional, so amazing.
It was incredible.
That is incredible. And that's, oh my God, I'm going to cry now that you're even just saying that is so sweet, and that they love you and took you. And I mean, that is amazing. It is. That's
literally probably one of the most proud moments of my life, to be able to be there for them and just watch my little guy get to meet the person that saved his life.
I know. That's so incredible. Sweet. That's what's so rewarding, right? I mean, it's just like with this crazy fucked up world, there's so many good things still, right? I just want to say, because you're a frontline worker, did you get the vaccine yet?
I had my first one. So I actually had COVID also.
All of us, the COVID queens right here.
Yes, COVID queen right here. I had COVID back in November. Boy, so that fatigue was insane. I have never been so tired in my life. I slept
it lingers.
18 to 20 hours a day. It was insane.
Yeah.
I got my first vaccine, I want to say, not last week, but the week before. And then I'll get my second one January 29th.
Good. And how you feeling? It's fine, right?
It was fine. Yeah. It didn't hurt. I had a little arm soreness at night when I went to bed, but the actual vaccine itself, I didn't feel, and I didn't really have any other side effects.
Good. I mean, we have to encourage people to get the vaccine. Other people are like, I don't want to be forced. I don't want to be this, but people will get on a plane, go to Africa, Thailand, wherever it is, and get a vaccine to go on a vacation, but they're bitching about getting the COVID vaccine. I find that so bizarre.
And I looked at the research, I've looked at the peer-reviewed articles, and it's fascinating what they've done to create this incredible vaccine. And I really encourage people to get it. I mean, we need this. We need to protect ourselves. We need to protect each other. And we want some sort of sense of normalcy again. And this is a way for us to get that back.
Yeah, that's what I say.
It's also important as well, because I'm sure some of your patients can't get the vaccine because
exactly.
they're immunocompromised. So if we all get the vaccine, we're protecting those who can't get it also.
Exactly. So that is one thing that I've always said about vaccines in general is a lot of people don't think about when they're thinking, I'm not getting a vaccine, they're thinking for themselves. They're like, I'm not getting it because I don't want it. I'm not going to, what's my decision to not get a vaccine going to do to anybody else? Well, there are people that would love to get certain vaccines, but can't because of health problems, allergies, etc. And it's, in my opinion, our job to protect those people in addition to ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I am with you 1000%. And I just think everybody is being a little crazy, like, oh, it came out so quick. Of course it came out quick. So many people working on it because we are in a rush to get this country back together where it belongs. I mean, we can't keep going on like this. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I might have told you this the other day, Marge, but like all of 2020, I'm usually pretty positive. I like I like to
so upbeat.
Always look on the bright side of things, and I'm pretty good at like just compartmentalizing and just like putting on a happy face. But like now we're entering into 2021, and we're still LA. It's bleak out here, and
yes, LA is rough. You guys are really shut down, and it's scary.
The positivity is, I'm trying, but it's a little tough at times. So I'm ready for some things to get back to normal.
It's true. Well, I'm going to talk about all the positivity you bring to so many people on Instagram.
Thank you.
Make so many people smile every day, laugh. Faces by Bravo. I mean, your memes are unbelievable. You are now. How did this start? When did you start this? Because that's how I met you. Faces by Bravo. I thought you were so hilarious.
Yeah. So actually, when I was in DC, I didn't have like a lot of great hobbies because I don't like to work out. I'm not a fitness.
You're in great shape. Jesus.
Oh, thank you. I was not a big fan of working out, and working as a nurse, I have really weird hours. So, I'd be off on days when everyone else is working, and my passion though, outside of work, is Bravo. Love Bravo. I love Real Housewives. I'm a self-proclaimed Real Housewives historian. I could tell you the most ridiculous little facts about everything on Real Housewives. But and I figured, you know what? I need a hobby besides brunch. I need to try something different. And Housewives is where I thrive and I love. And so I created Faces by Bravo. And, it just has sort of taken off. I think it was June of 2018. Eventually, it was growing so fast, like thousands of people per week. And then, Bravo started following, Housewives started following, and people started asking me to do podcasts, and it was just, it really just.
You were at BravoCon. I mean, you were one of the influencers at BravoCon. Yes. You were invited to BravoCon.
Yes.
I mean, exactly. I was only allowed to take one person a day, I was like,
and we got to meet backstage in the press room.
That's when we got to meet backstage, exactly.
Yes. And it's just really taking off. And one thing that like I've started experimenting with, and I'm hoping to sort of launch, is Housewives trivia. I did the other night.
I love that.
Real Housewives trivia on Instagram Live. People were loving it. Thousands of people popped in, and actually 3 Bravolebs surprised and popped in as well. PK went live for like 30 minutes with me.
Well, you have a lot of your friends, a lot of Bravolebs, and your Bravolebs love you, and because you have such a great account. I mean, you were even on Housewives of OC.
I was.
You helped. It was a very poignant scene with Bronwyn's son when he did drag, which was so sweet, and so it was emotional. It was a great scene. And I loved it so much. And you were like his
I did the wigs.
You did the wigs, and I don't know what you were like.
His drag mom.
His drag mom. Yeah. His drag mom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Which was so sweet, and he looked beautiful.
He looked stunning. We went down the next day. This wasn't filmed, but we took a sprinter down to San Diego the next day, and Bronwyn and Emily Simpson both were judges for a drag charity event down in San Diego. Was it Toddlers and Tiaras? And it was a fantastic event. And he did drag again that day, and he got to meet some of the most incredible, like famous RuPaul drag queens, some other drag queens. It was just a fantastic weekend.
I know. My goal in life, I'm just putting it out there again, is to be a judge on RuPaul. I guess so. I know.
Yeah,
I said
you really should.
I'm obsessed. And the other thing is, this season, Olivia Lux, who's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia Lux, I voted her and she won Miss Paradise in New Jersey.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Our Asbury Park. It's a very big thing, you know, very fabulous.
Remind me, Olivia Lux, she's the one with the
little purse.
handbags.
The little
yes.
handbags. She's
oh my gosh, my boyfriend and I are obsessed with her. We think she is, you can just tell with her smile, she is just so genuinely sweet.
So genuinely. And her choreography is great. And she's just very like old vintage Hollywood glam. And
Love
she
her.
was, I voted her and I judged her for a contest before she went on RuPaul, and then COVID hit. So literally it was, I think, like the week before.
It was the week before. And it was so sad because the prize for winning Miss Paradise is to, fulfill a live drag residency for the whole year at the Paradise, and it shut down. But luckily, RuPaul came along, and I guess if you were fulfilling that residency in the real world, you couldn't have done the show.
It's because
that's true.
In Jersey, Asbury is so fabulous. In the summer, drag shows, glamour. It's just the best thing ever in the entire universe. I just love to be there.
I've heard one of my friends from college it's actually Melissa's cousin, Nick. Do you know Nick?
Oh, Nick Marco.
Yes.
Of course, I was at his birthday party.
Yes. He lives in Asbury.
He lives in Asbury.
Yeah. Exactly. It always looks like it's a great place to be.
So good. So good. I love it. I used to go there as a little girl. It wasn't as glamorous then. And now it's just everything I want to be and be there at. So let's talk some Bravo stuff, because you're so cool. How much time does that take up? Because it's like a second full-time job.
It honestly feels that way. It just depends on the day, because like there's some days where I'm like very driven and want to like get a bunch of stuff. I never really like plan a lot of things out. It's usually like something comes to me and I think of it, or if I'm watching Bravo and I see something, I'm like, oh, I can make a meme out of that. I'm usually not like planning ahead, trying to make a whole bunch of things ahead of time. It's usually an in the moment thing for me. The one thing that really has, I've really started loving to do is recreating Bravo moments in my wigs.
I love it. I love the wigs. Yes. You have the outfits. I mean, you nail it. You nail it.
It's all, and I just love that it's like not full drag. I'm still have my beard.
Yes.
Like no makeup.
I know, it's so funny.
It adds just another little layer to it. And, I did theater in high school and I loved it. So I've like slowly starting to build my skills on video editing, kind of with the green screen and all of that. So that definitely takes a long time, but overall, it's a lot of work, and again, it's a passion. I love it. I feel like once it doesn't become fun anymore, that's when it will have to take a back seat.
What I love is you have such a community. You're very Bravo historians, one of your best friends, right?
Yes, absolutely. Love her.
And I mean, you guys, and you have so many people in the Bravo community. You guys all stick together, which I love. And you're all very different.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's so funny. And speaking of Bravo historian, what's crazy is you met her at BravoCon.
Yes.
So her and I have been friends via like the Bravo groups and stuff for years, but we met in person at BravoCon.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
but yeah, we like revealed that that weekend. We had never met in person, but we've like literally text every day, we talked every day, and it's just like things like that where the Bravo community brings people together in such a weird way. And it was like as if I've known her forever.
I know. Tell me about, you're watching Salt Lake. How much do you love Salt Lake?
It is everything to me. It is everything that we needed in 2020. Like, I wish we would have had it sooner.
Joe and I are obsessed. He and I love Mary.
I'm obsessed. I mean, that's my favorite.
I saw you wrote her queen. You know what? There's nothing fake about that woman.
No.
Doesn't try too hard. She is just exactly the way she is. I mean, I saw her the other day saying she didn't like her makeup for the reunion. That upset me because it was one of my friends I know who did her makeup.
Oh no!
I was like, you don't say that.
Wow, that's sketchy. That's not nice.
That's
but that's quintessential Mary in my opinion.
Like,
no
also,
clue.
Obviously, I love Heather. You know, Heather.
Oh yeah, love Heather. That's actually one thing about Salt Lake so far. And again, we have one season, but none of them I dislike. Like, they all bring something to the table that is good. And it's rare for me to not at least dislike one of the cast members.
I know.
And we're only one season in, but we'll see.
I mean, they're all like zero fucks given. They haven't, I guess now, let's see how they are after they watch back their season. Of course, my husband loves Whitney. He loves like a hot blonde. My husband loves a blonde.
Love Whitney.
Cute hairdo. He's like, Whitney's my favorite. I'm like, Joe! I mean, he's scary for the thing, but Whitney's the best. And I'm like,
I love her voice. Yeah, it's like this little, oh my God, like little baby voice.
I know.
When she was trying to get confrontational, it was so adorable.
I know.
So drunk.
Thing. I know. I was like, you got to come to the East Coast. You need some training. Yeah. And by the way, you texted me about our trailer, and I was on an airplane, and I didn't see it till we landed. Crazy, right?
Literally, it boosted so much serotonin. I needed that. It was so good. It gave me new school jersey with obviously y'all for the past 3 seasons have been killing it casting wise, and then it gave me old school jersey feel with the family, the feuds, some of the feuds that you just didn't expect to come. And the intro where y'all are talking about, you don't ever know what's going on in people's marriages, and just the flashing of everyone kissing and all. It was just so dramatic.
I know.
I loved the FBI feel of Melissa walking away. I was like, ooh, this is good. This is fun.
I know. When I saw the trailer, I was like, wow, they killed it. Because of course I had no idea. And I was like, oh my God, we landed. I was like, I'm crying. This one's screaming. I was like, oh, Jesus. No, but I mean, I think we had a really good season, which is good. So I think you'll get some good memes out of it.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I already had a couple already, and I have one waiting to go. I just need to think of whenever you were showing off your new girls.
I know. Melissa pulled my top down. Joe almost fainted because it was a reduction and a lift, a slight reduction and lift, because my tits were literally on my stomach. So I said, I didn't know what took me so long. So they're like, Margaret's new baby's doing it, because it's I'd be taping. All these other girls, listen, I love the girls on my show. All their tits are big. Jennifer got a lift and she got an implant. I didn't get an implant. They lifted me. They reduced me. So they're like, oh, let's see him. And Melissa just rips my top off. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, they look great. They look fantastic.
It was so fun. But Joe saw them in the trailer. He's like, I know you're fucking kidding me. I was like,
I had to text you because they were on the plane. So I saw the trailer before them. I texted Marge. I was like, spoiler alert, the girls make an appearance.
They make an appearance.
Joe sees this when you watch it together.
I'm just like, whatever. After you give birth and everybody sees your puss, I mean,
seriously,
there's nothing shaming to you.
No.
But my husband was just like, are you insane? Are you insane? Because he's always
Marge, I have to tell you, face incredible. You look
Thank you.
Stunning.
I had a good surgeon. Thank you. It's not too plastic, right?
No, not at all. That's why I think it looks so good. It looks very just well done. So natural.
Oh, thank you so much.
I do aesthetics as well, so I know that stuff.
That's
so
good. Oh, thank you.
It looks.
But
really
I'm not
good.
happy with the cast photo because I don't look like my cast photo. My cast photo, I look like I have cross eyes. My nose looks good. I was like, I saw the cast photo. I was like, that doesn't even really look like me.
Yeah, I think sometimes the cast photos are not a very good representation.
They over photoshopped us.
I was gonna say the past couple of seasons, I was shocked at the one they chose for Melissa the past couple seasons. This one was great.
This one
but it was she was not really smiling or doing it was like she was holding in a fart.
Yes.
To be honest, Jennifer Aiden slayed.
Looks amazing.
I had to text that. I was like, girl,
I did
really
too. I said, you
it.
look gorgeous.
Wow.
I told her
she was the winner of the cast photo, I have to say.
But I said, Teresa, I was like, her body looks good, but I was like, her face doesn't look like that.
No.
She looks.
Sometimes they just need to lay off the Photoshop sometimes. Just let it be more natural.
Yeah, I was appalled.
Well, I think you look stunning.
You are so sweet. Let's talk about, because I know you're close to us. What's going to happen on this OC? Do they need to mix it up? What are we gonna do?
I can tell you what I want.
We got to do all, because you got to go down every franchise now.
Yeah, so OC has needed a shakeup for 5 seasons now. And last season they were promising this huge shakeup, and all we got rid of was Tamra Judge, who was not the one to get rid of, in my opinion. Tamra needed to stay. So I'm hoping that after this season, we need a full cast. Like, think back to Real Housewives New York season 5. They cut a whole bunch of the cast, kept 2 or 3 of them, and let's get some new blood. Let's breathe new life into OC, because OC used to be so good. I'm telling you, it's just, it hasn't been good for a while. And
we need some we need to shake it up a little.
We really need, I would be very happy with Tamra coming back. But I also want like a whole bunch of new faces. I would love to see Tamra. I would love to see Bronwyn. I would love to see, if any other past ones I would love to see come back. Lizzie would be someone I'd be down to see. But overall, I want some new blood. I want some new faces to really stir things up and bring some life back into the franchise. I think Shannon's shtick is kind of overplayed at this point. I think we've seen all that we're going to see out of Shannon, in my opinion. Kelly Dodd, while she is definitely, the villain and everything, I think it's very obvious that a lot of viewers don't really have interest in seeing her back, but I don't know what they're going to do with that. We'll see.
You'll see. And Beverly Hills, I'm excited to see Kathy Hilton.
I am so excited about Kathy Hilton. I think the only thing I'm sad about is I would have loved to see the trifecta, Kathy, Kyle, and Kim all here.
Yes. I mean, so Kim won't be on it all.
I don't think so, because when I've talked to her, she is isolating, throughout the quarantine. I have a feeling she would not go out to film. That's just my guess. I don't know. I can't confirm or anything for sure, but that's just my guess. I'm excited for Crystal.
Yes, I actually ordered her coconut milk. Especially to the show. I'm very supportive of other housewives.
You support other women.
I support other women and other housewives. Anybody has a business on the show, I'm like, all right. And I ordered her coconut milk. It's very good.
I'll have to try it. Then.
Yeah, we don't eat dairy, so
I think that Kathy Hilton. So you know how usually they keep things really like under wraps during filming, as you guys would know.
Yes.
But when they went on that first cast trip, they did like a little video with Crystal and Kathy out in the woods and like talking about their experience so far. What surprised me about Kathy is she gives me little like kooky personality like Kim, which excites me because Kim is one of my all-time favorite housewives. So if I'm going to see I think it's going to be interesting to see her, her dynamic with the ladies. I also don't think that she will let anybody get away with anything.
I'm excited.
It'll be great.
I think it's going to be a great mix. I wonder, so I'm excited to see that.
Do you think Erica's going to mention it all though?
Oh, I think she's going to have to mention it all. I think no one's going to not let her off the hook. I don't think they're going to let her off the hook.
I'm very, very intrigued to see how that's all gonna unwind.
I think at this point you have no choice but to mention it all. I mean, I had to talk about my fucking stupid lawsuits, and this is real major.
I have to say and applaud you. The way you handled like your lawsuit, you being so forthcoming and all of that. I applaud you for that, because I hate when people try to cover something up, because it ends up making it worse than it really is, even when it's something that's so natural and like business and stuff.
No, it's totally, it's normal, and things happen, and it's like, listen, sometimes in lawsuits you can't give out certain details, which I'm sure Erica won't be able to, but it's you could just cut to the chase, Well,
you also can control the narrative before it gets out of hand for someone else.
Yeah, and I think people have to be honest. Things happen in life, and I think being a housewife and you're putting your life out there. Listen, I don't talk about my kids because they're grown adults.
Right.
That's different because that's their choice and they don't want to be on the show. So I don't do that. But everything else in my life, I'm just like, this is the way it happened, done, whatever it is, you know?
And if you don't, you give, or if people don't show up to certain things while you're filming, it allows the other women, it allows the viewers, it allows production to create a narrative that may not be the case. But if you don't give if you don't take the opportunity to seize it, take control of it, then that's all that's left to everybody else. And I think you did a great job, just like,
oh, thank you so much. No, I agree. So we'll see if she, you know, mentions it all, but I do feel like there's so many people though on Instagram who like want to take her down.
Yeah.
That one account that Dana, I don't know what's her name.
Dana Wilkie. Yes.
Wilkie.
Ooh. Yeah.
Her whole thing is like take down the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
You was on season 2.
Yeah.
She was pretty iconic on season 2, as in a way that she was funny to watch. I've talked to her a few times in her DMs, but she started her podcast, and I think she's doing like digging into the dirt of all the different housewives of what's going on and of revealing it.
I know. I was like, wow. I was like, you know, but more on Beverly Hills as opposed to other franchises.
Yes. It's interesting because that's her home franchise. I wonder why so focused on Beverly Hills.
Well, if you come to New Jersey digging the dirt, you wind up sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be digging the dirt on us. I know.
I'm excited for Beverly. And wait, actually, last season, what were your thoughts on last season of Beverly Hills? Because I loved it.
I thought it was very good. I'm going to be honest. I did somehow feel sorry for Denise. She should have owned it right away. She should have just said, what do you give a shit who I sleep with? I would have been, what do you give a shit who I sleep with? You know what? Maybe I slept with them, maybe I didn't. It's none of your fucking business. But you know what I mean? I would have handled it totally different.
Totally.
Handled it totally poorly. But I think they pushed it a little far, like they cared about it too much.
So
because I do not like Brandi Glanville at all. No.
That's fair. And like, I actually think that was a dumb move on Brandi's part. Like, if she was thinking this was her way back on the show, what she really should have done is, in my opinion, held on to that little nugget if she really wanted to put it out there, get that full-time diamond back, and then do what you want with it. I do have a hot take though about like how you said everyone was still like holding on to it. The way I looked at it, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think the way I was looking at how they were talking about the Denise stuff, it wasn't about whether or not she slept with Denise was the issue to the other ladies. It was about how she was saying she was lying about everything else prior. So this adds to the fact that, so before you said you never said any of this and you were lying. You're lying about this. You're just being a liar in general. I don't think they didn't give a shit about whether she slept with her. It was more about like lying so much to cover up some of the other
I know exactly what you're saying.
What I mean? And I also was like, after seeing Secrets Revealed last year, I was like, there was so much stuff. Why didn't production sprinkle in more things rather than making it seem like a one note, you know, everyone attacked Denise? I think people would have really enjoyed seeing more of the other stuff.
I agree. The other thing is, though, I did agree with Denise where they were like, when she said, I don't want to talk in front of my kids. You are one person, not in front of your children, right?
Right.
You're not your children's friends. You're not.
But your children's father is also Charlie Sheen.
Yes, I agree with that too.
So I was a little bit more like, wild things, and you.
No, I agree, but
pretend to be innocent.
She doesn't have to pretend to be innocent, but maybe she didn't want to talk about it in front of her kids. Listen,
there's
certain things I don't talk about.
Kids to filming with the girls.
Don't bring your kids to filming with the girls. I agree with
that. And on top of this, she actually was the one that brought up sex stuff first.
Yeah.
So she opened the conversation.
But I just was like, you know what I mean? But
you want to root for Denise so bad, but
I do. I know.
I couldn't. It was just like, ugh. But anywho, I'm excited for next season. I think
yes. So what about Dallas? Have you been watching Dallas?
Love. So last season was really dark. did not love last season. This season, obsessed so far. We're 2 episodes in. Dr. Moon.
I know I have to catch up.
A more perfect addition. It's so far, it's been so fun. It's been light. They've had important conversations. You know, Brandy obviously had the video.
Yes.
That was a very big problem and wrong. The
Yeah,
way they've handled it so far is good.
Good.
It's very obvious on the show how she feels and expresses remorse. Dr. Moon, when she's talking with her and telling her story and it's just all done very, very well.
People make dumb mistakes. You have to own it. Be, very apologetic. Yeah, you got to show your remorse and be truly sorry.
I think it's also nice that, like, when we support people being able to be accountable, say sorry, show remorse, learn from the behavior.
Sometimes it's just good to take the moment, think about it, learn, see how you can do better, and apologize.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. I think that's my always thing. It's like my biggest pet peeve is when people are like, "I'm sorry you feel that way."
Ooh,
yes, no shithead. I go crazy. That's my big thing on my show, and everyone gets mad at me. You're not Miss Apology 101. You don't have to teach us how to apologize. I'm like, I do. Don't be fucking sorry for the way I feel. I go crazy.
Yes.
So, like, what's next for you? Like, what is, like, where do you see yourself, like, taking this? Is there anything you're just going to let it play? Like, tell me what
I just like it, playing it, or see how it plays out right now. So, Faces, continue to follow there. Faces by Bravo. I'm doing that. I really enjoy that. I enjoy my brackets. I enjoy my recreations.
I know your brackets, the best outfits, not by the housewife you love, but by the housewife that looks the best.
Exactly. It's always, I always have to put my disclaimer.
I'm always looking who looks the best. I always do it.
Yes. But right now what I'm working on is making this trivia thing a regular thing, maybe like a once or twice a month. Through like a Patreon or something like that. Because fun fact, I don't make money from Faces by Bravo, but like doing the trivia, once or twice a month could be something fun. And then we were doing But Now We Said It, which is YouTube. Basically, I envisioned a View style talk show with 3 of my friends where we discussed Bravo, and we were doing that very consistently. It was great. And then my friend, unfortunately, who is from Canada, is stuck in Canada, has not been able to get back in yet. So we are on pause for that, potentially just doing it all virtually. And then once he can come back, getting back to the full live stuff.
Yeah, that whole kind of thing. It hasn't been easy, I know.
Yes. So I'm just riding it out and see where it goes. Like, I enjoy my job. I love being a nurse. That's my number one priority.
Yes.
But Faces by Bravo has been an incredible outlet for me during, it's not always an easy job. And especially this year, it's been a hard year. So it's been a great outlet, and it's been a great way to like connect with people like you guys, even like something I never would have been able to do, prior to that. It's something, it's given me opportunities to really connect with the people that I love watching on television.
Well, you've done an amazing job. You keep everybody so entertained. We just love it. You bring happiness, and you give back to all the little kids and all the pediatric patients, and then you give happiness and you give back to all the Bravo people. So you are really killing it. Thank you so much. And you're gorgeous to look at. So
thank you. So are you.
For coming up. I can't wait till we can fly to each coast.
I can't wait.
He's adorable.
He really is adorable and very good looking. Very easy to chat through.
And such a good person. Great nurse. And then he just did this as a hobby, and he has amazing amount of followers. I look every day to see what he's doing.
And he has like 125,000 followers, something like that.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And that came from a hobby, a passion, which is so fun. So no excuses if you have like a really
want to do
challenging job.
Just do it.
Start your hobby, and you never know. It's provided such a great escape for him through this time. And everyone else.
And I love it. I love to see what he does. His
memes are hilarious.
Hysterical.
I'm glad he's going to keep going with the green screen stuff, because that really is very funny.
I love when he reenacts the housewife scenes. Well, I just love it because I think it's inspiring to people that, you know what, if there's something creative and you want to do it and it's your outlet, don't let anybody say, oh, who's going to follow you? Who's going to just, he has 125,000 followers. That's a lot of followers, people.
It is.
And I just love it. So Caviar Dreamers, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed meeting the man behind Faces of Bravo. Find me, Margaret Josephs, at The Real Margaret Josephs.
And me at The Life of Mrs. B, and we'll be here every Wednesday.
Yeah, and by the way, follow my, business, the Macbeth Collection.
Yeah,
hello.
That's right. Buy the book. We got a lot of things. A lot of instructions. Maybe you need a pen and paper.
Caviar Dreams, Tuna Fish Budget. You could go right at margaretjosephs.com, click pre-order. It's on Amazon. It's literally everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. Like me. I'm like mold. I'm going to grow all over you. So just find it. All right. Thanks, Caviar Dreamers.
Keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming.